3, 2, 1.
Got a blast!
What's going on, my people? How is everybody doing and how is everybody feeling? And today, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you an incredible Oscar Robertson build. This is gonna be prime Oscar Rob. So this was the first player, point guard, I should say, first point guard to average a triple-double. You know, he was 6'5" and he averaged a triple-double, which is absolutely amazing. So we're going to get right into making this Oscar Robertson build, man. Great all-around player. Then, years later, Russell Westbrook beat that milestone, okay? So Westbrook is the #1 point guard in the entire NBA and the entire history to have more triple-doubles than any other point guard. Incredible. Now, I don't know if he's the all-time in triple-doubles just for all positions, but I know as a point guard, he's the man. So let's go over this Oscar Robertson build. So when we look at the rosters, we see 2K has him as a 98 layup, which is crazy. I don't know why 2K doesn't like giving certain people 99s. Just give them a 99. Why go 98, right? A little bit of driving dunks. We get a 50 driving dunk. To me, I don't care about low driving dunk anymore because even with this 50, you could put cap breakers on this and go crazy. Close shot. So he played in the post too. Good post player for a point guard. So of course he would have a high close shot. Now the shooting is going to be beautiful. So 87 midi, 83 push shot. That to me is like the perfect amount for a point guard when you're trying to be all around. Like this is good right here. You can't go wrong with that. All right. 85 on the free throw. That's amazing. 85 post control. You're not gonna see that many point guards with this much post control. Maybe Luka. That's the only point I could probably think. Luka's probably, you know, high in the as a point guard. I guess you could say Devin Booker, but he's a shooting guard. He could play PG, but we're talking about always at the point guard position. Luka and Oscar Rob is probably the only ones I can tell that will have an 85 and up in the post control. Now for the pass act, look at this, beautiful. I love point guards like this. 98 pass accuracy. You see, 2K don't like to give folks 90. 89, why not give him a 90, 2K? Why not give him a 99? But 2K says, nah, we ain't doing that, right? So, you know, it's all good. 79 speed with ball, that's amazing. You can't go wrong with that. This is where the build is going to also be amazing. So look at this. We don't really got no interior. This doesn't really give us anything, but it's cool that he has a little bit of something. 86 on the perimeter is going to be amazing. That's going to be really good on this build because we're going to be able to play good defense. The 72 makes sense to go 73 if you're going to really make this build. And then the rebounding, I love this. I think it's always good to go 60-60. You're not wasting by going 60-60. To me, that's better. All right, so 60-60 in terms of rebounding is basically 50-50 if you understand where I'm coming from. All right, now speed. So we get the 74 speed, not the fastest running down the court, but his agility is top notch. Okay, so that's 85. You see he has strength. Most point guards don't have all the strength. You'll see a point guard that probably have like 50 strength, 30 something strength, even maybe a 60, but they don't got no 75 strength. So he's gonna be strong. And then the 86 vert. All right, so now we saw the roster version of NBA 2K of the Oscar Robertson, but now let's go to the MyPlayer builder and I'm gonna show you what I was able to cook up. Let's do it. All right, my people, so we are in the MyPlayer builder. As you can see, Oscar Robertson right hand jersey number is 1. We're gonna stay at point guard, of course. 6'5", 210 pounds, 6'8" wingspan. These are his exact wingspan and weight. So like I said, I like to make realistic player builds. I'm not making them anything more unless I need to get a certain upgrade, then I'll do that. All right, but I like to make realistic player builds, and that's what you're gonna see here right now. So here is the beautiful Oscar Robertson build right here, my people. Lovely build. So as you can see, right, 84 close shot, right? So we're gonna be able to play in the post, so I definitely went 84. All right, that paint patroller is gonna be on silver, but just imagine going Hall of Fame paint patroller on a point guard build. That's different. All right, do you need 84? No, but we're making Oscar Robertson, so this is what we have to go with. 93 layup. This is gonna be dope. Look at that gold physical finisher. You could go legend, my people. So you're 6'5", you have 75 strength on a point guard build. You have gold, but most people will go legend, and that would be nasty. So we keep the 50 driving dunk, but we can put cap breakers on this if that's what you want to do. But for me, I like to be realistic, so I probably would just leave it just the way that you see it. 87. He had an 85, but why stop at 85? If you could go 87, that's gonna be good. Now the shooting, 87 mid-range, 83 3-point shot, and then the free throw of 85. So these are his exact shooting attributes. As you can see, his exact layup, his exact close shot, exact post control, realistic, right? So now he had an 89. You could use cap breakers if you want to go 89, but I don't think that you really need that. 91, he had a 98 pass. Cap breakers will help with that if you want to go higher, but I'll definitely stop at 91. All of those golds could go to legend. A silver could go to Hall of Fame, or gold. It's really up to you. And then of course, we get the silver lightning launch, which can go to Hall of Fame with the max +2. 85 perimeter defense. He had an 86, but 85 doesn't. 85 gives you the on-ball menace on silver, so you don't get anything else by going 86. So you don't gotta worry about that. The steal, we get a 73 steal. All right, so that's what we're gonna go with. But we can also cap break these two. So there's so many things that you can cap break, right? So that's good. So we get the silver interceptor, max +2 to Hall of Fame, which was the highest. You see, he had the 63, was able to get it, but we don't really need 63, but at least we get a 60. We will be able to rebound on a 6'5", right? He had a low speed, but I was able to go 78 and gave him his exact agility, gave him his exact strength, and I just went 70 just for silver pogo stick, because I didn't think it made sense to basically go any higher than that, especially if we're not going to do contact dunks or anything or snag. But I think 70 will be good on this 6'5" point guard in terms of the takeover. So you see all of the takeovers. I'm gonna show you all of the takeovers that you get. You could always pause it. You see all that 99. Oh my gosh, 98 pass. So Dishmaster will give you his exact pass rating. If you was to use this exact takeover, you're good. You know what I mean? Even Glass Gunner would be interesting if you want to do that, but I wouldn't do that. Alright, so all of this is nice. I like this one too. Where's the one where the post conductor? That's cheesy. 94 post control, 91 closer. I would probably run this one just to see, how good it is. Trifecta is another good one. But for me, with all of the takeovers that we just seen, I would definitely probably go 3 and D, because as you can see, that 90 perimeter defense will be dope. But I would definitely be running, where is it at? The general 98 pass act, 93 ball handle, 82 speed ball. Yeah, that's what I'll be running. That's something that I think would be nasty. Or even the post conductor for the post control. Crazy build all around. Different build. If you like to be different, play different, this is the build for you. Number 1 shades. We get a 2-way mid post playmaker. Can't go wrong with that. So strengths, always finds a lane inside. Passing makes teammates look like stars. Stops and pops like clockwork. Moves leave defenders lost. You can't go wrong with that. It says quite slow for a point guard, below the rim player. Hey, this build is my type of build. I like to make different type of builds. And remember, I said another player that will have high posts, Devin Booker, is literally in the shades right here. So that's dope. So let's go check out these cap breakers. I'm interested to see how these will look. Let's do it. All right, my people. So we are in the MyPlayer. What the heck? Obviously we're in the MyPlayer book, but cap breaker screen. So here we go. Right, build specialization is very important here. So what do you want to do? If you're gonna be playmaking a lot, I say go playmaking. If you're gonna be shooting a lot, then go shooting. I wouldn't tell you to go with the finishing. I don't think you really need that. I think that's just a waste of time if you ask me. But let's go over these cap breakers though, right? Let's see. So of course, like I said, if you want standing dunk, you could get this up to a 68. You get these you get these animations, area wizard. If you want to do that, I wouldn't do that. I don't really care to have standing dunk on a point guard like this, depending on what I'm trying to make. I don't think that you really need that, but that's everybody's different, and that's what I like about the MyPlayer build, is you can make your build the way that you want it and just be different and just have a good time. So if you want to drive and dunk on this Oscar Robertson build, you can get an 82, which would be really good. All right, so I can see people doing that, just putting 5 cap breakers here just so you can have the 80 2 drive and dunk. That's a good one. I don't think that you need to go higher on the layup, because in takeover you will get the 99, so it don't make sense to waste your attributes there. I think you'll be perfectly fine in terms of the shooting. So the 87 to me is quite great, but you can go max, put 5 cap breakers here for 92, or you could even go 85 here, or just go 83 for the limitless range on Prime. So that's really up to you, but you will get a lot of jump shot animations because you have a high midi, so that's something that you could do. 96 pass accuracy can come out of this, 91 ball handle can also come out of this, and then you can have an 80 speed with ball depending on how you put your cap breakers. You could get an 82 strength, so if you want more strength, you could be even more stronger with this 82 strength. All right, so that's cool right there. Let me see what else that we got going on. So to me, 92 agility will sound good because he did have high agility. So if you wanted to do agility, then you could do that. You could go 92 agility as well. They said you're slow for a point guard. I don't know how, but you know, if you wanted more speed, then you could get this up to an 83. Put 5 cap breakers here for 83, but this can go up to 92. So I don't really know what the heck they're talking about. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how that's bad. But the rebounding. So if you want a higher rebound, my people, you can get that. So you can get this up to a 75 if you want on the defensive rebound. I think that would be cool if you want to really be able to rebound a little more. That's pretty dope. And then you can get a 73 here. So that's another good option too. You can get block on here too. So I don't know how much block, but you know, it'll be something, right? So we get 67. So I'm gonna tell you, don't waste your time. Trust me, do not waste your time trying to get a 67 block. That's silly because you don't even get high flying denier. You're one attribute shy from getting it. Don't do it. Do you want a higher steal? If you want a higher steal, then listen, you got it right here. So when we add all of these up, we could get a 91, which to me is phenomenal, my people, because it doesn't just stop at 90, and it doesn't just stop at like 84 to where you can't get the you know, interceptor on gold. But stopping at 91 will give you gold interceptor and gold glove. That would be dope on this build, man. That would be really amazing. And then in terms of the perimeter defense, you could get this up to a 95. But I recommend you test out the 85 first. If you're making this build, test it out first. See how it is on the rec and other game modes first, but before you just put 5 here. 95 sounds good, but trust me, you don't want to end up like me, because like I said, I have a 95 perimeter on the build, and like I said, it's hard to see if that even is on there on my build because people just running past me. It's bad. But like I said, 91 still sounds amazing. I'm not even gonna lie, you know, that sounds really good. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this Oscar Robertson build. Till next time, much love.